This is the Backyard Road Trips podcast. I'm Zack.
Hey, I'm Jim.
And today we're having the Great Burger Challenge.
I'm very excited. Ladies and gentlemen, Zack has only in his, how old, you're 38, 39?
Yeah, 38 years old.
He's 38 years old. In his entire life, he's only had one hamburger from a fast food place.
Mm-hmm. Burger King. And the only reason why I had it was because I had a free coupon. I'm quite the coupon clipper. So it's the only reason. I was in college, and somehow I won myself a free Burger King hamburger.
Well, how did you think? Was it okay?
I don't really remember it. Because the thing is, like, I had some reactions from people in general. It's like, no, I had the chicken products, the chicken nuggets, maybe a chicken sandwich. I've never done the burger.
Wow.
So it's not an ethical reason. It's not a dietary reason, but it's just...
So this is a first.
This is a first.
You're going to try for this episode, for the first time to the world, you're going to be getting 3 fast food hamburgers with all the fixins.
Right.
And they're from Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's.
So I left my house at 4:55 today.
Okay.
And a house in Norwich, not house in Plymouth. And there's a McDonald's basically within eye shot of my parents' house. So I went there first, went through the drive-through, something I haven't done there in many, many years since I was with Jim. And there's actually 2 lanes for the drive-through, which was kind of interesting. So we go there, pull into the first, not we, it's just me. It was just me. And very quick, charged me $1.40, I believe, for the burger. I was going to give them a $20 bill. And I said, I think I've got, so I
called up some pennies.
Pretty much. Go there. This is quick, easy. No, be here in no time. Well, we are at the Primitive Crow, by the way, for those listeners. We're back on site here. And hopefully the scariest thing we hear is not just me chewing, but it might be. I don't think.
In high quality,
high def chewing.
High def chewing, yeah.
So I was going through McDonald's and I was like, hey, this is good. And then I get to where they give me the food and they said, it's not ready. You got to go wait in this spot. I was like, what? This is fast. This is fast food, right?
Literally fast food.
I go into the parking spot and it was about 5 minutes. So until they came out. Comes out with one burger in her hand, and there's a few different cars, and going to each car. Do you have a burger? No, I've got a crispy chicken. Do you have a burger? No, I ordered a Big Mac. So it's just me, single burger. Okay. So then I drive to other side of Norwich to go do the Route 82, road we're on right now, and go Wendy's, and then go Burger King. Yeah. So Wendy's, I get there. Oh man, the drive-through is about 8 cars deep. It's hanging almost like out like towards the road, not really toward. It was long, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go inside. You know what? This might be a better bet. So park the car. I'm thinking that I'm smarter than everybody in the drive-through. First of all, it wasn't very air conditioned in Wendy's, but getting there, I was like, this isn't bad. There's 2 sets of people in front of me. First set goes, gets the order, but good. The guy is very friendly behind the cash register. So the next group comes up, and it was an older man and woman who had a list, like a literal list that they were
shopping for
from
the week. Yeah.
And I want 2 decafs, extra milk, chili, no onions. I didn't even know that. But and then they got to the burger part. I would like whatever the big burger's called at Wendy's, but I don't want a bun. And I don't want different things. I just want the lettuce and the meat. Is basically, and like, you had half of the management staff there, like trying, and then she's like waving her keys at them she's got like a free Frosty thing on her keys, and she was saying how she used to come to this one all the time, but now she goes to the Plainfield one because of the bad customer service that she deals with at the Norwich one.
Oh my God.
But she can't stay away from Northern. It was a big, literally it was about 10-15 minutes waiting in line.
That you got to hassle the Wendy's workers.
I know. God. Well, like if you get to that age, I guess you're allowed to do that.
I understand.
But it was just like, it was like, oh man, this, and then I'm wearing this lovely Godfather t-shirt today in Italian that my parents got me in Sicily, and because I sweated through the clothes that I already brought down with me to Connecticut. So And then this guy behind the counter keeps doing like Godfather impressions, like silently to me, as these other people are like, I'm like, is he making fun of these people? I've like, oh no, he's doing a Godfather. It's
So
like,
you didn't realize that you had the shirt on?
I didn't put two and two together. So then I finally get up there and he's talking like the Godfather to me, like, ordering my meal. And then
At this point, has it clicked to you that he's just referencing your shirt?
Yeah. He's like, oh, I love the shirt, this kind of thing. So then. But then I get my bill there. It was $5.50 for the hamburger.
For one burger?
For one burger.
They slaughter the cow that day?
It's organic, grass fed.
Yeah,
Dave Thomas fed.
Yeah, it's made from Dave Thomas.
So then that was the biggest part of the story. Then Burger King was another like $1.40. Like,
all right, so let's just review the three. Like, all right, who was obviously Burger King? The fast food experience.
I would say the fast food experience was the best at Burger King.
Okay,
yeah, they get the points in that regard.
All right, which one is the worst one?
Wendy's.
Wendy's was worse, but that was only because of the the customer in front of you.
It was the customer in front of me, but it was I had a deadline. I had to be here at 5:30. I was here at 5:33 because of them. I would have been here early. So
in those 3 minutes is why you probably won't be able to enjoy whichever one of these mystery burgers happens to be.
Right.
All right.
What we'll do is while I'm going to just guess based on looks.
Okay.
And then try them. And then while I'm kind of like munching, I guess, and I still can't believe no one's going to join me in this feast.
You gotta be unbiased.
But you can talk about. We'll ask you some of your favorite burger questions.
Okay. All right. So you're digging in. Yeah. Guess which one. Yeah. Just go ahead.
I'm gonna go Wendy's right here. I see square meat.
Square meat. That's what Wendy's is known for.
That's kind of what I think here. You won't even eat this with just ketchup on it?
There's more than ketchup on it. There's pickles on it. Are you crazy?
I'm going to go McDonald's, Burger King, just by looks.
All right, we'll find out.
All right.
We'll reveal the results. All right, going in. He's going in for sample one.
All right, so as that's going on, as I'm eating, tell me about your fast food burger experience. What do you enjoy? What do you like? What do you not like?
I don't usually eat fast food, but I've had more than one in my whole life. He's taking a bite. He's chewing. He's laughing. It's all in his beard. How is it? He's
not bad.
Not bad?
Yeah. I taste more of the ketchup and mustard than anything else. Right? I mean, it's like I could probably have a bun full of ketchup and mustard and have the same taste. So,
all right. So just before we move on too much more to my stupid stories, is this worth the 38 years possibly of never having this burger?
I would still eat the chicken nuggets over this.
All right.
You know what I mean?
You didn't miss nothing on this one.
Yeah,
it's not a life-changing burger.
Yeah, not a life-changing burger, I would say. Which one did I think this was? This was
You thought
Burger
this is
King.
Burger King.
Yeah, I'm thinking the poppy seed roll maybe differentiates. That's the only thing I can think of here.
I don't know if that's poppy seeds. It might be sesame seeds. Because I remember one time we went through the McDonald's drive-thru, and remember I said, and I want no sesame seeds in my bun too. Then they had to make a big special thing to not have any sesame seeds on it. I don't eat anything on mine, and I don't eat cheeseburgers. And then when I order a hamburger and then I get a cheeseburger, I lose my mind. It's like, I'm sorry.
I ordered these. Make sure there's no cheese on them too.
Because
for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
So that's what I got to ask about Jim. So Jim was over last month.
Thank you for having us. We had a great time. Excellent.
We had a great time with you guys. Tommy's been asking for baby Teddy almost every day.
Really? I've been wanting to.
Jim, Katie, baby Teddy. So
sweet.
So he was.
We'll have to see him again.
Oh, definitely. He's at the house. You can go
all right,
shake him, wake him up. He's probably not sleeping yet. But so this was my big thing. So we were looking for a first place to eat. Remember that? So we ended up at Speedwell Tavern.
Yep. Very good.
Very good. Known for their burgers, known for their chicken wings. But I was, tossing a couple ideas around. And here's Jim, who makes hot sauce and makes his own beer and drinks whiskey and does all these interesting kind of like gourmet food-based items.
You're assuming all of it's good.
Well,
I make bad hot sauce and bad beer.
But even if it was bad, it's still things that are a little more adventurous. But then as far as food, talk to me. I mean, we need to process through this. So what's the...
I've always been a picky eater, like my whole life. So what had happened, because there actually is like kind of a story, is I don't think any kid, after like 2 or 3 enjoys vegetables. Like no one likes it. Like, that's why you slather it in cheese and ranch dressing and all that to make it taste good. Because on its own, it doesn't taste good. Let's just be real. And so I would gag on it. But my dad had a growth on his throat. And so he couldn't eat stuff and he would gag on stuff. So my mom always thought that me and my brother, when we were gagging on these terrible foods, it was because we had a growth. She never made us eat vegetables. And then we became malformed adults who can't eat vegetables and good food. And yeah, I'm too set in my ways now. I don't care.
So you're blaming your father?
I'm happy with how things turned out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a growth. I was just picky, and it's too much for me now. No. How's this? He's on burger number 2.
Burger 2. And really this is onion here. I taste onion.
Onions. Ugh, another terrible food that God created.
All I can taste is really the onions and the ketchup, pretty much, is what I'm tasting. I'm doing double fisting here, so I can kind of go back and forth and really, it's going to be a loud crunch on this one. They loaded this up with vegetables.
Yeah, he's going to take a bite from number 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
Oh, man.
It's okay. All right, what do you think?
This is superior.
Superior?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has to be Wendy's.
Okay, so what is superior about this one? Can you taste the meat?
I can taste the meat, yeah. That's the big difference. You can taste the meat on here. Beth, would you like any burger? Are you sure? Wendy's, I think.
He thinks it's Wendy's.
I think it's Wendy's.
Being square and all, it's...
This one really doesn't have... I would say the second one, the poppy seed... No, not poppy seeds. Sesame seed bun one is the second best. This, I think, is the worst.
The worst.
I think.
And that's with the fixins. So, I mean, like, is the fixins really necessary? It's a burger and you couldn't even taste the burger because of the terrible fixins.
This one I just taste bun mostly with some onion.
Bun and onion.
Call it bunion. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm really tasting here.
All right. Yeah, that is McDonald's.
This is really...
Yep.
So I was right.
Yep.
Oh, I was right. So I was right on them
You were
all.
right. You were right from the start. Yeah.
Wow. So McDonald's got the lowest
score. Yep. Doesn't taste anything like the McDonald's is only going to be good if you're just craving, really, really, really cheap burgers, and you've only got $5 and you need to eat for the week. Like that's just got to get the calories in you. That's what you go there for.
What about a Big Mac though?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't eat that.
Well, I mean, I would love to eat a Big Mac, but I'm not paying $10 for it. I don't know what it actually. You know how expensive it is. We went to McDonald's like a couple months ago. And it was like $20.
Well, that's why our conversation started about the burger thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's like no, I'm not paying. This is ridiculous. Did I tell you? I also I went to Subway the other day and they asked for tips. I'm like, I'm sorry, I tip at tipping places, but I ain't going to fast food for tipping reasons. I don't know. Maybe that makes me cheap. I am a cheap person, but no. What are you talking about?
Oh no.
There's no tuna in the tuna grinder. Subway has sold us on a web of lies. Not tuna. It was Jared.
Free Jared. No,
yeah. You're on camera. I can't cut this stuff out now.
You don't want to know where Jared is now? Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah. That's
or at least house
arrest. That's the least of the places he should be. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, funny story about Jared. I probably have told you this, but I went to a Celtics game one night and brought to you by Subway, and they had 2 stars. I think I have secret sauce on my mouth here. They said, "Oh, we have 2. Join us with Michael Phelps," and the crowd went wild, right? And then also here is Jared, and the crowd went nuts. And the weird part is after the conviction. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, jeez.
No, but that was a true story. That Jared, they really went nuts for Jared.
Well, I assume it had to be before the.
Yeah. It was before,
of course.
Yeah, this Wendy's
more than Michael Phelps, huh?
More than Michael Phelps.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he might have only been about 1 Olympics in, and
not the hero that he is today.
Right. Yeah. Tell me about So let's go back to your diet then. We really have to analyze this. So, what are your 4 food groups?
Pizza. Most meats. I don't love pork, but I love bacon. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I don't know, sandwiches and cereal. I think those are my 4 food groups.
Pork can be dry.
Yeah, I have pork rinds. I'll eat pork rinds like a dog.
But pork in general can be pretty dry. So
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of, and it can be gamey, and I guess you could say that about chicken. But does ice cream count? Is that a food group? That's a dairy. Hey, you know what's something that drives me crazy? I'm going to make Zack talk while he's stuffing his face. because I don't usually eat a lot of vegetables, but I will eat potatoes.
Right.
And then you know what they always say? Mm-hmm. Well, that's a starch. That's not the same thing. That's like saying, oh, you can't eat strawberries. That's a sugar. It's
right.
both.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a sugar and a fruit, and potatoes is a starch. And it's a vegetable.
Do you eat any vegetables other than potatoes?
I will choke down carrots and peas if they're mushy enough, like baby Teddy. Yeah. He eats way more than I do. He'll just devour cottage cheese and onions and all. Ugh, gross. No, thank you. But hopefully he's a better eater than his dad
Katie
is.
eat the same as you, or does she actually?
No, she eats everything too.
Okay.
She's a normal human being.
Okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. So
yeah,
at least you're saving money on vegetables. I mean,
is she? I mean, I guess we have a garden, so I mean we get food out of that. And her parents raise chickens, so we get eggs. Do you need a napkin? Just use your shirt.
I have that bag somewhere.
Oh yeah. Here you go. I stuffed 3. Here you go. This is real highfalutin TV that we got going on. Swipe it in your hair.
They didn't even give me a napkin in here.
For $5, they should have given you.
Jeez, it was the best burger though. I've got to say.
All right, so hands down, Wendy's.
Yeah.
Now, is that something that you feel like you've now missed in your life?
I would be tempted if I go to Wendy's to order a burger. That's
over the chicken. Mm-hmm. What's the best chicken you've had? Who has the best chicken?
I mean, I'm usually, truthfully, if I go to a fast food, I usually go to McDonald's and would be chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
How many chicken nuggets can you eat in one sitting?
Oh, easily 20, plus a large fry. You know, that's the.
Do you think you could eat 40?
No, I don't.
Do you think for $20 you could eat 40?
For $20, yeah.
Is that a podcast? Is this like our next episode? I'm gonna get $20 and a 40-piece chicken nuggets. See if you can get it down in 15 minutes.
It probably costs $20.
They have some special, I think now. I think
the
that
$40.
Yeah. Remember, when, at some point in the pandemic, like chicken became like a scarcity.
Yes, yeah,
and like even you couldn't even go to they had to limit how much chicken you would get at the fast food places, but. Anyway.
No, they don't do the 40 then. I actually had a little taste test myself this for lunch.
Oh, yeah?
I had 3 pickles, and they weren't blind taste tests, but it was Vlasic, Grillo's, and a homemade pickle.
Who was the best?
Not Vlasic. Vlasic was the least best.
Worse than the homemade one.
The homemade was one of the best, actually.
Really?
So Grillo's,
did you make it?
Grillo's was delicious, and I like Grillo's pickles a lot. I think I liked Grillo's has the snap to it, and like the firmness, which I like, and the taste. Where this, of course, the taste would be the thing that counts the most. But the other one, the homemade, I thought had even a stronger dill taste, which I like. So again, I like strong taste. You don't eat pickles,
No, not at all.
Okay, and then
you're a big dill.
But it didn't. It was kind of soft. Into.
Not crunchy.
Yeah, not crunchy at all. So I would probably give the nod to Grillo's the most, but right behind was the
who made the homemade one?
Like family friend's son-in-law or something. I don't know.
He also works at
Found
Grillo's.
it on the street. Yeah, found it on the street. So it was so that was kind of an interesting thing for morning for not morning. By the way, even
lunch.
Though it's funny because that was our first podcast really in the evening, and the first one we're not drinking.
Oh yeah, this is weird. Normally we do a good amount of drinking and we record in the morning. So not today. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, so overall I would say definitely Wendy's wins hands down. So I can really say that's best. Burger King is better, in my opinion, than the McDonald's one.
All right, McDonald's is dirt.
Yeah, there's only...
Was there anything redeemable about it?
I'm not hungry, I guess. You know what I mean? So it would
serve its
like
purpose.
To the point where I feel like I'm going to eat the other half of the
But you think
Wendy's.
it's comfort food, you know? That's why people go to fast food.
I know.
Well, I guess... So McDonald's didn't do it.
No, didn't do it.
They couldn't even
me.
throw in the sesame seeds on for you.
Yeah, and that's where, because you know what gave it away for me? Because I've had the McDonald's chicken sandwich, and I don't remember any sesame. So that's what. Mm-hmm. And this almost looks like a brioche bun, but I don't think it's definitely not a brioche bun.
It looks like a real hamburger, and you actually have meat on there. Mm-hmm. Like that's at least a half inch. This is pathetic. This is
right. Yeah, nothing. That's a small burger right there.
Yeah,
these both are pretty small if you think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1, 2, 3.
All right, sponsored by McDonald's. Should we just start doing that? We'll just start saying, all right, this episode is brought to you by Wendy's until Wendy's picks us up and starts.
I think that's a perfect idea. Right, Dave Thomas himself. Till we have Dave Thomas on.
Yeah. Okay, we could just get a guy named Dave Thomas next
Exactly.
on the show.
Dave Thomas from SCTV.
That's promise, listeners.
So I know you were going to ask about different foods that I haven't had. I think burgers are I think this is probably the most. Like I've had probably most common foods. How about you? Anything that like you've
Millions of things I haven't had. I don't think I've ever had seafood. Ever.
God.
I will die before I have seafood. I just don't need to try it. I'm set in my ways. I'm dug in. That's part of being an American.
Wow.
Well, what about you? Other strange eating habits?
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything. The interesting thing, though, I have to say about eating and changes as we're getting older, I would not have, like last time I was in Philadelphia, probably in my, early 20s, when Adam was living there. And, so Philadelphia, I remember cheesesteaks. I would never order a cheesesteak. That didn't sound good to me. It sounded disgusting.
Isn't it just like Cheese Whiz?
It is. You can also get a provolone or like American.
Gotcha. Go on.
So like that. Where this time in Philadelphia, I was in Philadelphia last week, and I ordered, like this just monster cheesesteak, which was excellent. You know what I mean?
Good?
Oh yeah, really
Totally
good.
worth all the hype.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's not gonna be a food unlike you. I love seafood. I will crave seafood.
Really?
Crave oysters. Crave a lobster. Crave
Caviar? Have you had caviar?
No, I never had.
Never?
Caviar. No, have you? No, of course you haven't.
No, but I feel like that's another thing. Let's get you to try caviar.
Okay. Try caviar. Remember the
I
time
don't know how that works.
Remember the time that Tim tried snails and got really, really ill and had to go to the hospital?
Are you making that up?
No,
I don't.
We went to Stop and Shop and got a can of snails, and he boiled them up on my parents' stove. And
oh, God.
He was the only one that ate them of all of us.
He went to the hospital?
I think he went to the hospital that night because he had an allergic reaction to snails. So,
all right, you should bring him some snails when you see him today.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Sprinkle them on his whatever he's having, his beer. So then, my other thing was sausage, pepper, and onions. Like I never cared about that at all. I never
as a combination or on their own.
Sausage I could take or leave. You know what I mean? Really not a huge fan. But then went to a Red Sox game a couple of years ago, and my friends were all getting those. I'm like, God, it does smell really good. So now I get one of those a lot. So as I've gotten older, I'm dipping into foods that are really terrible for me, which is not.
Yeah, but at some point you're going to get so old that everything's terrible for you. So
I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, in moderation, I guess I can eat these. Just like wolfing down 3 fast food burgers is moderation.
There's no foods that like you have kind of grossed yourself out on. Like I've had too much of this. I can't eat this anymore.
Kielbasa used to be as a kid. That was kind of like but I would go for like a good. I feel like with anything you eat nowadays, we were talking before about tea, like the artisanal tea and things like that. You can do that with. You can have. I mean, I love a good burger. Like give me a really good burger and awesome. Hot dog. Think of Oscar Mayer, but you can have a great hot dog, like a gourmet hot dog or a gourmet, anything, and it's really good. So I can't say I've grossed myself out of anything because of that. Maybe
do you like hot dogs?
I do like hot dogs, yeah, but I prefer like a good hot dog than like,
I think 1 in 12 hot dogs has a pig fetus in it. You want to try a hot dog right now? How about, all right, maybe another episode way down the road. I just list off all the byproducts that's in like a hot dog, and then you have to listen to it, and then can you eat one?
Well, I'll do a hot dog on the grill once because I mean, with kids and when Teddy gets a little older, you'll realize that it's like, okay, the kids are eating this, I guess I'm eating this too. So because I'm lazy and tired and whatever, but
nothing's easier than cereal.
Well, that's fine. You can get yourself a bowl of cereal. So, but yeah, hot dog, like a good hot dog, like a Chicago style dog, or of course, you're just tasting
all the other stuff that's on it, not the hot dog. The hot dog just becomes the vessel.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do like a good hot dog from each state that I go to. I want to go to New Jersey. I wanted to go to Rutt's Hut, which is a deep fried hot dog.
That sounds great.
But we didn't go.
Have you ever had a deep fried Twinkie?
Nope.
Oof.
Good.
Also very good. Yeah.
All right.
So you got some first to try. They're all bad for you.
It's really, yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. Go to the fair.
Yeah.
The fair has a lot of that.
Hey, you know what's actually really good?
Mm-hmm.
Since it's fair season,
yeah.
And this is something that Tim and I discovered by accident on Johnny Rockets,
is
instead of putting salt on your French fries, because the salt and the sugar is right near each other, we put sugar on it. Sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
I know
this
this.
sounds disgusting.
It tastes exactly like fried dough.
Really?
Yep. And this is coming from the pickiest guy you've ever met. And I'm telling you that sugar on French fries, I mean, big shocker. I mean, sugar on anything kind of tastes good.
True, but sugar and French fries, wow. Okay, I would maybe
it just tastes like fried dough. It's
Tim
very
also
good.
said once, try to drive as long as you can with your eyes closed. Where it's like, how many seconds can you drive with your eyes closed? Do you remember that conversation?
I do.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
He's not the barrier of good advice all the time.
Yeah, the validity of this sugar comment, and I'm not really sure.
It's my firsthand experience.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak you some fries that have sugar on them.
I'm willing to try it. I'm not averse to most anything.
The thing is that it's French fries. So what are you gonna sacrifice one fry? The cost of entry here is very low.
Okay, I will definitely try a fry with sugar next time that I'm in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we've done pretty well with the burger challenge. Does it live up to your hype? I mean,
I'm excited that you've concluded.
Yeah.
That there is one that you would try.
Yeah.
That you've tried it. I've got to witness this very special event.
Will you go back to Wendy's based on my results? As long as you go through the
not for $5.
No.
I'm going with fast food for cheap, not for quality.
I know,
but it's good to know that
that is
quality.
the problem, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is you can always do price point comparison, and these two, I would say for the price, Burger King would be it.
Burger King beat out the Mickey D's.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I'm Zach.
I'm Jim.
And thank you for tuning in to this fast food burger challenge. This is Backyard Road Trips, the podcast. You can visit us online at www.backyardroadtrips.com. Follow us on social media at Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And listen to this podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms.
Brought to you by Wendy's.